Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be speaking about a very important topic. I'll be telling you how to glow up. Now that is a very important topic to speak about, and I have done my research, but also it will be coming from a personal place, and I will mention what I do on a daily basis to glow up in every single aspect. Now when I say every aspect, I mean on the spiritual level, the psychological level, or even a physical level, what I do. So definitely please follow these tips. But before I get into anything, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you did not, turn on the notification bell so you miss nothing that I'll be posting. But further ado, let's get started. Now, before I get into it, let me just say one thing. A glow up does not just mean being pretty. It doesn't mean waking up one day and you're just a Victoria's Secret model. It doesn't mean waking up and you look like Dwayne Johnson or you look like whatever bodybuilder you'd like to look like. That is not a glow up. It might be in some places, but it's not. So, exactly what is a glow up? So this morning I went on Google and I asked Google, what is a glow up? And they gave me such an amazing description. I'd like to read it, but you can read further on it. I'll put the link in the description box for you. So it said, a glow up is a mental, physical, and emotional transformation for the better. Glow ups can be both natural or planned. That was so reassuring here that you can plan your own glow up. Imagine plan your glow up. You can basically rebuild whatever you'd like. You can rebuild yourself. Is that not amazing? I'm not saying change yourself completely. I'm not saying change the amazing person you are, because I know you are amazing. Whoever is watching, you are an amazing person. I love you so much. We all love you. Everybody loves you. So what can you do to change? What can you do to level up? And definitely, I will give you the 7 tips that I use, because these tips have really worked. They have taken me from such a low place to such an amazing place. I've really leveled up on so many different levels, so many different elements. So please do stay tuned, and please don't forget to use the 7 tips, because they will really help you. But further than this, let's get started. The first thing to do is prioritize yourself. What does that mean? It means make yourself priority. Make yourself number one. Put yourself first. Now, it might sound selfish, but you know what? Everybody needs to be selfish once in a while, because I'm sure the last thing you want to do is just be everybody else's support system and just be everybody else's number one person and be everybody else's half. That's the last thing you do. Put yourself first, because you know what? It's the necessary step. Because you matter, really you do. You might not think that, but you do. Everybody matters. In order to know that you matter, you first need to put yourself first so you can see exactly why you matter. So how do you get yourself to become a priority for yourself? The first thing you do is you respect yourself more. And how do I respect myself more? Is that I cut out whatever it is that is weighing me down, that is ever stopping me from loving myself more, from respecting myself more. And that is cutting off a toxic relationship. Whether it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or a friend, or just anybody, even in your family, you get toxic family too. Really you do. Now, when I say cutting out things in my life, I mean removing everything that is weighing me down, everything that is taking every single ounce of me, everything that is just taking so much energy out of me. Cut it out of my life. Now, I'm talking about friends. Friends can take your energy out, because you get friends, or you get boyfriends or girlfriends, or even husbands or wives who were just riding on their partners, who were just on you the whole time, who were just irritating you, who were just taking up all your energy, and who was just using you. Because you get some people who are genuinely bad people. It's sad to say, but you get some bad people in the world who just use others. So if you know someone's using you, because I'm sure you're old enough and you're smart enough to know when you're being used, I'm sure somebody else will point it out to you eventually. Get rid of that person and tell that person, whatever this is, I don't like it and I don't want it anymore. And you end it, you cut it off for yourself. And you will see how just by doing that, your life becomes so much more lighter and happier. So definitely cut out whatever is dragging you down. And then secondly is be your number one fan. This is so important, because there are so many people who will be fake to you and will act like they're supporting you, and actually they're just waiting for you to fall down. They're waiting for you to stumble and fall and just fail. That's why do not tell anybody your goals also. That's why with any future plans, any goals, anything you want to achieve, do not tell anybody, because they might be rooting for you in front of you, but behind their back, they are really waiting for you to fail. Behind your back, they're just waiting for you to fail. Really they are. So be your biggest supporter and root for yourself. Be that person in the crowd that is screaming the loudest for you. Be your cheerleader if you must. And one that I find the most important is a friendship check. And why I say it's the most important is because friends have the biggest influence on you. They have the power to bring you down or to lift you up. So it's really important the friends you have. Check them. So how do you check your friends? I'm not saying pull your friends aside one day and tell them you go and you stay. Because I'm priority now, I matter, I only need one of you, I only need the good friend. Do not do it like that. I swear you will lose every single friend you have. And if one of your friends do actually stay, then just know that friend is there for the wrong reason. Just know that. But what I want to say is that ask your friends these necessary questions. And when I say ask your friends, I don't mean go to them and ask. I mean just take a day to yourself and ask yourself these questions and think of the friends who are asking. The first question is, can I count on this friend when I'm at my lowest moments? Secondly, am I most comfortable speaking to this friend when I'm in a bad space? And thirdly, if I am in a bad mood or if my energy is just off, does this friend recognize it? Will they ask me what's wrong? Will they go out of my way to make sure I do not feel like this entire day? Or will they just sit there and wait for it to die out? If your friends are meeting those following criteria and they are actually going out their way to make sure they are doing the best for you, then those are really golden friends that you need to keep. But if your friends are using you and just riding on you and waiting to reap the benefits of you or whatever you do, you need to cut those friends out because those are not friends, those are parasites. So definitely do a friendship check. And I'm sure you're making your friends a very big priority in your life, like you should. And the same way for them too. They should do the same to you as well. So if you have a friend who is not even giving half of what you are giving back, then that should not be your friend. If you are crossing oceans for a friend that's not even going to jump over a puddle for you, that is really a wake-up call. This is not my friend. This friend shouldn't even be a friend. This shouldn't even be someone in my life right now. Because why should I sacrifice to someone who's not even doing anything for me? So definitely get yourself friends who's going to do the same for you. I'm not saying do things for your friends just to receive something back, but if you are going to go through the extreme for your friends, the least they can do is do the same back. So that is definitely a very important thing. And fourthly is relationship check. Now when I say relationship, I'm talking about your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your significant other in another word. So why I say relationship is important, because this is the person that you are kind of devoting half of your life to. This is like your other half. This is your significant other. So it's very important to make sure the significant other, the person that is going to be by your side 24/7, is the right person. Because the last thing you want to do is be dragging a relationship that you do not need. And to just carry a relationship that is just weighing every single ounce of you down. You do not need that in 2021, 2022, or moving forward at all. That is not what you need. So when you are in a relationship, you need to ask yourself the certain things that I mentioned when I spoke about things you need to ask your friends as well. Now don't go to your partner and ask them these things. Don't ask them, can I rely on you? Can I state on you? And can you be there for me? And can you feel me on certain things? Now, I'm not going to lie, it is actually good to ask. It's good to confront your partner once in a while, but do it in a very good way. Do it in a good manner. Don't be rude about it. Don't be too straightforward about it either. But a good way to check if your relationship is in the good place is to ask those following questions. And then fifthly, is do a life check. Life check is just running through all those aspects I just mentioned now. But when I say do a life check, is sit and just think about your life. Think of where you are and ask yourself, am I where I want to be? Is there more things I want to accomplish? What is that I still would like to do? Are there things that I'd like to still achieve? Am I really happy with where I am? Look at the state of your life, and if you are not happy, first fix that. Because in order to grow up, you need to have a happier and a healthier life. So definitely do a complete life check with everything that is involved in your life. And then 6 is refuse. And I do this every single day, and it keeps me strong. It keeps motivated every single day. Is refuse to be mediocre. When I say mediocre, I mean refuse to be the average person. Refuse to just be one out of a million. Refuse to be just those who are just in the crowd. Do not be that type of person. Strive to be out of this world. Strive to be something more than just the person who's next door, or the person who's in my class, or the person who sits in my lecture. Let people look at you and think of you in such an amazing light. They can't even put it in words. So do not be mediocre. If you are a high school student like me, you are a university student, and you do not like the way your marks are looking, tell yourself, this time I'm going to study harder and I want to get 70s, because maybe you're 40 or 50% student, you were 30% student maybe, and you want to get 60s and 70s. And when you work hard and put your mind to it and you finally get those 70s, do not stop there. Don't come that far just to stay there. Don't come that far just to come that far. From there, you work forward and you work harder, and you will see just how amazing results you can achieve from that. So definitely refuse to be mediocre. And then 7 is live a healthier lifestyle. This is really important on an emotional way and spiritually and even physically as well. And when I say live a healthy lifestyle, I mean find balance within every aspect. When I say spiritually, I don't mean be religious, because not everybody's religious, and I understand that. If you're a Christian, you can read the Bible, you can speak to a pastor. If you're maybe Muslim, you can speak to your religious leader, you can read the Quran, maybe. If you're just from any other religion, you can speak to any religious leader that you'd like. If you're not spiritual, maybe you're an atheist, you can just watch lots of motivational speakers and you can just find lots of things on how to get balanced spiritually and just how to find inner peace. And when I say physically, I mean eat healthier. I'm not saying go on a diet and eat like an animal or like some vegetarian. That's not what I mean. I mean just swap some things around. Instead of eating white bread, eat whole grain bread. Instead of drinking no milk, drink soy milk, just add more protein to what you're eating. Just become a bit healthier and drink more water too. I know that is the most common thing people say, but really it works. Drink more water as well. And you don't have to exercise too much. You don't have to go to the gym every single day. It's not necessary. Because in order to be healthy, you don't need to be ripped. You don't have to have abs. Being healthy doesn't mean being muscular or being a bodybuilder. That's not the being healthy. Being healthy just means your body's in a good state. In order to do it, all you need is like 30-minute run tops, or just walk around the block if you need it. All you need to do, just keep yourself active basically. Being healthy means living an active lifestyle as well. And then for psychologically to be healthy in that way, it's just anything that is toxic in life, anything that is bad, that is dragging you down, that is just dragging and draining you emotionally and mentally, just cut it out of your life. Like I said, so as you can see, glowing up means cutting out a lot of things, definitely. So in order to glow up, it does require some backbone, like I previously mentioned. And lastly is have standards. Now when I say have standards, I mean set the bar high for yourself. Make yourself out of reach for people. Let people quiver when they need to hear your name if they must. Like set standards for yourself. Be the person in your classroom, be the person in your workplace. But if people want to speak to you, they first need to stand up straight, or they need to first change the way they speak, Let people respect you, because when people respect you, no one is going to try their luck with you. Nobody's going to try and use you. No one's going to try and ride on you. No one's going to do it. No one's going to even try to weigh you down. So definitely have standards. So these are really the best tips that I can give, because these are things that I've used and they've really worked. And these are really tips that will work for everybody, because these are things that everybody has. These are things that everybody can do as well. So I really hope that this video has helped you a lot. I hope that you take in consideration everything I just gave you now. And please let me know how it has worked for you too. I look forward to seeing you in my next YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye!